Call the member for Bass.
Deputy Speaker, I rise today to honour and reflect upon the life and influence of one of Tasmania's leaders in education, Bruce Leslie Fairfax, who became tragically lost in bushland early this month. There are many debates in this place about the transformative power of education. There is not enough said, too few words offered, nor recognition of the educators who inspire and mould young brains, making learning fun, challenging stereotypes and preparing young people for the wider world and, most importantly, for an uncertain future. Sometimes popular culture goes close to identifying the special relationship and a special responsibility of a great teacher to his or her students. An example might be Robin Williams' performance in Dead Poets Society. One thing that I can be certain of, Deputy Speaker, is that Bruce Fairfax was regarded by all who encountered him as an inspiring teacher over 3 decades at Launceston Church Grammar School. Bruce Fairfax was appointed as Director of Studies at Launceston Church Grammar School in 1988. Prior to that, he taught at the Armidale School and Canberra Grammar. He was a master English scholar. He taught religion and philosophy. Like many who excel where others only serve, it was the manner of his contribution, the master of his subject and his rapport with his students that distinguished his role as a teacher. I have a particular personal interest, having served on the board of the Launceston Church Grammar School, and my son, of the class of 2014, was taught by Bruce Fairfax. I've read many tributes from former students. They've been fulsome in their praise of Bruce Fairfax. However, I asked my son to collate just a few of the observations from his peers in the class of 2014. From Jesse, I remember us having really off-topic heated discussions about so many things and then thinking we learned nothing. But then you come to do assessments and realise the questions here and there point the conversation in the right direction and you knew exactly what you're on about. From Warwick, it was quite common to see him not standing at the front of the classroom but sitting amongst it, or casually leaning on some furniture and listening to us speaking. In hindsight, it feels like he spent most of the class listening, very occasionally steering conversation. From Francis, he once outran me to the chapel. He would have been 63. And he had a holistic approach to teaching which taught us as much about life as it did the topic of our study. Also, I remember chatting with him about different running routes, which radio programs to listen to, current affairs, bushwalking adventures, good books, and even chocolate slice recipes. From Stephen, he knew that learning was not teaching you how to do well in exams or getting honours degrees. He encouraged the pursuit of knowledge in whatever form it came. Also fond memories of him breaking out into fluent Old English or some other medieval language at various stages. He was Chief Examiner of Matriculation and TCE English Studies. He was a life member of the Tasmanian Debating Society and he coached numerous Parliamentary Shield winning debating teams. Indeed, Bruce Fairfax would probably lament the standard of some of the contributions in this place, given the expectations and standards he often set for his students. He is fondly remembered as a kindly, friendly man of integrity, always generous, always patient but remaining spirited. He was directed by an unwavering internal compass, boldly directed towards doing what was right, something which was recognised by his students. Indeed, these are qualities which are better imparted to others through conduct and observation rather than instruction. Each of us knows instinctively that greatness comes as a leader from being able to bring out the best in everyone. Bruce possessed this quality and used it to inspire all he encountered, whether students, colleagues or friends. Indeed, it is significant that he remained a mentor to many students beyond their time at the school. He loved nature. He was a keen bushwalker. He refused to be limited by his Parkinson's disease, which he developed about a decade ago. He worked around and within that limitation. He's survived by his loving wife, Louise. They were a remarkable couple, given that Louise is an accomplished orienteer, trail runner, bushwalker and mountain runner. They have 2 adult daughters, Yelena and Kirsten, and 2 granddaughters. He was reported missing on a walk to Duckhole Lake, a walk which is reported of one of Tasmania's 60 great walks. Over 60 people searched unsuccessfully for him. Staff, including the headmaster of Launceston Church Grammar School, drove overnight to the south of the state to assist in the search. This was a man who left an indelible imprint upon the school he served for over 3 decades. More importantly, he inspired generations of students who love to learning because of him. My deepest condolences are offered to Louise, Yelena and Kirsten. Vale Bruce Leslie Fairfax. He was educator and inspiration to many.
I thank the member.